7 of this. Today we're going to help you uh, with your project, with your smart contract, with all the questions you have, or we can face all your problems you have found in these days. Uh, well, we can start, okay? Whatever problem you already have, we can solve today. I feel helping via chat to Mehmet. I guess you couldn't find the solution yesterday about your deployment. So I would
Yeah,
like
yesterday fixed solution.
okay, and you finally run your project in your Mac, right? You're using Mac.
Yeah, and project deploy. Yes.
Yes. Okay, awesome. So could you call the function from stat gallery? And all the function is working okay?
Withdraw function.
Only withdraw.
The
Okay.
withdraw function also and
And withdraw is working okay, or is giving you some
yeah,
panic?
was not working. Withdraw
That's
function.
not working. Okay. Maybe you can share your stat gallery and we can check it out what is happening. If you want, you can share your screen with the stat gallery,
Okay.
or give me your dev account and we can share the stat gallery here, and we can call these functions from here.
Sharing screen.
If you want, you can share your screen, or okay,
My
awesome.
stats gallery smart contracts. My
Okay,
smart contracts.
okay, good.
The withdraw storage and near call. Too near sharing. My testnet wallet.
Okay,
And fix it.
okay. Well, meta withdraw doesn't accept deposit. Okay, the withdraw call is not accepting deposit. You just call the method. Uh, go behind a little bit.
My testnet wallet.
No. Go to the stat gallery again.
Okay. Okay.
Click back. Click back to your browser to see the functions again.
Okay.
Okay, can you view the method called get sum of deposit?
Deposit to stretch.
No.
No.
Close this. Close this. What is above? Now the next function. Get sum of deposits. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Click view, please.
View.
Okay, you have
Zero.
0. Okay, first of all, you need to deposit the storage.
Okay.
So okay, close this and let's call the deposit the storage function. Close it.
Okay.
Close this window. Okay. Now call deposit to storage, the second one. Okay. 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 Awesome. You have the near already added.
Too near.
Okay. To near. Is accepting near one or yok to near?
Yok to near.
Two
Okay.
nears is perfect.
Okay. Try
Calling.
to call in. Oh yes. Okay. Make the call.
Yes. Yeah, successful.
Okay. Call again the function get sum of deposits.
Yes, calling.
No. View. It's just a view. Click view.
Click view. Two.
Okay. Okay. Now you have two nears. Now, if you withdraw, you will receive these two nears. Okay, let's call this withdraw functions.
Okay, okay. I'm fine.
Okay, close this window and call withdraw.
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Now, but let's do it. Let's do it to see how it work.
Okay.
Close
Two
this.
new
No, no, close this. Close this call. Okay, now open withdraw.
withdraw. Okay. Two nears withdraw.
No, no,
Call.
no, no. You just call without adding near. Okay, just call.
Okay.
And the smart contract will withdraw all the deposit storage you have. In this case, it's too near. Just call.
Mm, click
Okay, I
button.
think this function. I think this function is not getting message. So you can click function 12 to see the console log, and you will see the receipt in the log of the browser.
Uh,
Press F12. F12. Exactly. Go to console. This is the receipt. Do you see?
CDC. Oh, withdraw
Receipts.
two nears.
Exactly. You're very,
No.
if you call this get sum of deposit, you will see zero again. Click view.
Okay.
Click in view.
View
There is zero. You're,
zero. Yeah.
you already have your deposit the storage. You can go to your wallet and see the transaction that you received to nears.
My wallet transaction.
Yes, yes. This is one. Okay, click here. This is the transaction where you receive your two nears.
Yes, two near deposit. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's working very good.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep doing. What do you have in plan for your project? What do you want to do? What are you planning? What do you have in mind?
Planning project. I'm not planning project.
Okay, mm, but remember you need to deliver something this Friday. So I think you can use this smart contract and create any functions you want to show us this Friday.
Okay.
Okay, you can do something simple. You can create a function that receives some parameters and print these parameters. An incremental function. I don't know, Juan, what else you have in mind? Maybe a smart calculator. Okay, you put some value and they make the math for you. Uh, whatever you want to do that is simple and something you can handle, right? Don't try to get in deep to create NFT or something because it's a little bit deep. And we,
Okay. My
uh, uh, excuse
my
me, go
plan.
ahead.
Okay. My planning project. Counter.
You wanted to say something?
No, no.
Ah, okay,
Yes,
okay,
please. Okay. Don't sharing screen.
okay. No, just two sharing. Okay, cool. Who else, guys? Who else has a problem with your contract? Dubs, one of you, if you all could deploy this, the contract example Juan gave us. If you want to share something, if you don't want to talk, you can write here in the chat and we can help you. Uh, the today's session is for that purpose. So we can clear your doubts and help you to deploy or create any function. If you have any doubt to how to create a function again, Juan can share the screen and explain again how to create a function. I don't know, Juan, maybe we can explain another example. For example, you can create a calculator function to receive two integers and multiply and print the result. to give an idea how to create another function. Are you agree, guys? Do you want to see how to create another function in the smart contract?
Hey, hello. Um, if the answer is yes and you want to see something else, let me explain something. The withdraw function uh, wasn't returning anything, so I made a few changes. I uh, wanted you to make this change without us in the Telegram. Maybe you don't read anybody of you read the messages. Um, but let's explain what change I did to withdraw storage. First, I make this function viable. Let me remember you how it looked before. Before, withdraw storage was this. A function that don't return anything. We see the return is declared with an arrow and the type of return. So this one don't return, and maybe that's the problem. That's why Stats Gallery didn't show the result. Another thing is deposit must be bigger than zero. That's good, no problem there. So the few changes I did was make it return a string, make the function accepting deposit, and a new assert asking uh, attached deposit is equal to 1 Joctonir. Why I did this? This is another example of the contract letting know you're the one asking for the withdrawal. So the function was withdraw was okay, maybe no security issues, but we see if we click on call, the stats gallery don't ask us to sign the transaction. So maybe you have another contract more complicated, like an refinance or something like yield contract. You want to make sure the user is reading and signing by itself, not the contract, not another contract, but the user. So we are making a question here. The user attached 1 Joctonir. If that's true, the function continues. If that's false, uh, you must attach 1 Joctonir to withdraw storage. Another change. We see I change assert. Assert deposit is bigger than 0. For assert deposit is not equal to 0. it's the same, but I wanted to show the another types of assert. Those assert are light lighter than the assert normal. So for smart contracts, maybe you prefer to use a assert equal or assert not equal.
One, what is the meaning of this assert? Is something similar to an if statement?
Yes, we can. It's like if we make an if, let's say false, it's equal to false. I don't know. Of maybe if true. Okay, it will be always true. So if true, panic. The assert is asking if something continue. So let's see. This example is better. If attached deposit you know what?
Mhm.
I will not see the following changes that I did because I write something here.
Okay.
But maybe I'll remember. So if let it's equal to 1, what I did here? Let deposit it's equal to 1. Continue. Do nothing. But maybe this is if not equal to 1, panic.
You
This
have
is the
an
better.
you have an equal after the number one. Okay, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, the let. Yeah, thank you. So this is the same that those both are the same.
Okay. So
So
it's more fancy use the assert because
mhm,
you're using just one line.
yeah, attached deposit is equal to 1. Uh, Continue. If not, it will show this one. And if attached deposit is not equal to 1, panic and show this message. In other case, continue. Exactly the same.
Okay. Another question. Why, when we call this function in the stat gallery, we don't see the log explorer like the other functions?
Because it didn't have this
Okay.
one.
Return is returning void.
Yes.
Are you going to
Yes.
change? Can you return a void message for this function and deploy it again and see the
Yeah,
difference?
it was the idea. Now I forget this change because Control C gets overwritten by this if function. So let me remember the 5 change.
Control Z, Control Z, Control Z.
No, oh, what was the change? Uh, there is nothing like history here. Mm. Attach deposit is equal to 1. Assert not equal deposit is not equal to 0. The fourth change. Self storage deposit What else I change? Well, there was a format.
What about GitHub? Did you upload this change? Maybe using GitHub?
No,
just
I don't send it to
okay.
GitHub. Mhm. But I remember the last part was the return.
Enable
You
your
see
copilot. I'm sure he has it.
the answer. We are returning a string, so we need to format the return message. Withdraw near and deposit. That's the one. So now we are returning format. Oh, I remember. Perfect. Format withdraw the amount of NIR that you withdraw and your account ID. So, example, for myself, withdraw, I don't know, 1 NIR, Jeff.testnet. Why? This is telling us account ID is it's wrong. That's a perfect example about Rust. We are using account ID in the line, that's the error. The value was moved in the line 610. So the strings or the account IDs cannot be used more than once. Why? This is something internal about Rust. The borrow and the mutables. The strings are the heaviest types. The heaviest type in the heap memory and in the stack memory. So let's try to explain. If you have a lot of values, string 1, string 2, and so on, you see the strings has no ends. The string could be I have the function command shift ipsum. No, I have no installed. But the string could be a very giant amount of characters. So this is a very variable amount of storage used here. So this it's so heavy that limits the execution of the program. So Rust tried about this. Oh, you are using the same string here, so I will move instead of copy. Why do you want to copy this one if you're just using the same string but in another place? That's why Rust hates the or don't like the copy of strings. But you can tell Rust, please accept me, do it once. How? With clone. Account ID dot clone.
Okay.
Mhm.
They don't like copy paste strings.
Yeah, he
Okay,
was
then.
moving all the string that was in the memory,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're removing it here, you cannot use it again because there is no the string. So if you're cloning, oh, okay, you want to use twice, but then if you want to use again account ID, obviously you will find you don't copy the last time, you will find there is no format account ID. We need the and erase this one, these two lines. Missing and string literal. Is letting us use. The format is not. Yeah, the format don't move the value like the other. Let's say you want to create another variable. Let account to it's the type account ID and it's account ID. Now you see again, we cloned it here and Rust say yes. This is cloned once and you're using it, your opportunity here, and now you want to use again. So you're cloning just once, making this, you're not saying you want to utilize use. You're not saying you want to use this unlimited times. You're just asking to use once. But hey, you can tell us. You can tell this multiple times, no problem. Clone and clone and clone, but the case is to try to avoid doing clone and clone and clone a lot of times. So use just if that's essential for the running of your program. The 5 change was this. Yeah, that's exactly the function of these changes that I did. First, make variable. Second, return a string. Third, change ask to deposit one job to near in order to sync. Fourth, change the assert for assert not equal. 5, clone. Sixth, the return itself. If you want, we can compile and redeploy.
Yes, and run it, please. This fifth change, that is account ID clone transfer amount deposit. This is the amount the user will receive after we withdraw the money, just to make sure they're receiving the correct account, right? To avoid losing money if we are using a financial application.
Oh, yeah, I just made the change of adding the clone. But yes, the function itself, this is transferring the deposit. Why deposit? Because we are asking the contract to check. Storage deposit has the key account ID. If it has the key, show me the amount, or if don't has the key, tell me this is 0. I don't know if I explain it well. We remember storage deposit was a map of information. This will not work, but it's an example. Hash map key value. So we see a key is like 1, and it has the value 100. Maria, Pedro, and you're asking the signer account ID. It's Andres. Andres wants to withdraw, but Andres is not here, so it will return 0. So we'll ask deposit it's not equal to 0, continue. Deposit is equal to 0, Andres, you don't have needs to withdraw. But if Pedro comes and asks how much I have, oh, Pedro has 300, and now the deposit 300, it's not equal to 0, then continue. This does nothing in this case. The message is not show, and the function continues perfectly. Well, this is compiled. So let's deploy with the same div account. I will show stats gallery. The contract it's exactly the same. Get sum of deposits, nothing. I already withdraw, but let's deposit again. Let me connect here in use that. Next. Deposit 2 years is okay. It is asking us to deposit with no arguments. The function don't require argument. Sending the transaction. Successful. We see the sum of deposits, 2 years. And now withdraw storage has a return and asks us to deposit 1 Yoctonir. Why? Let's see, if we don't send, if we send anything, call, we will see, or we should see an error. Let's wait a second. That's a stat gallery error. Let's do it right. Deposit 1 Yoctonir. The call should ask us to sign the transaction because we are sending 1 Yoctonir. Approve the transaction. Successful. We can see in the Explorer the result is withdraw 2 years jeff.testnet, like I show you in the code. and transferred 2 years to my account. We can see the contract again. We know this will show a 0. So perfect. If you have any question about what I explained, please write it or talk.
Or speak. Yes. Okay, guys, I have a comment. Last year, when I started the NCD with Nearspano, I didn't know anything about Rust. So the project I did was this link I just write down in the chat. As you can see, it's just a simple counter. Okay, and this smart counter have three functions: one to increase, one to decrease, and one to reset the number. This is all I did in 1 week because I didn't know anything about Rust. I didn't understand. I was really lost. But at the end, I could compile the program, deploying and call these functions. So uh, saying that, I want to say is don't try to get something complicated. Okay, try do simple stuff because the idea is that you have a basic understanding of Rust and how to deploy a smart contract in the blockchain. I understand all the process we need to do to create a smart contract and how to call these functions. So remember, today is Tuesday. You need to present any idea you have and share the source code in 2 days. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask. We are here to help. If you still don't understand, we can help you guys, okay, without no problem. That's the purpose of this course. So if you don't have any further comment, we can end the session today. Okay, good. Okay, that idea sounds very good. You don't need to create the front end, but if you want and you're able to call the functions you create to your smart contract, you can do it. Maybe you can use the template I did yesterday for you and change the dev account and change the functions and do it for you. If you don't have time, no worries. Only with the smart contract is enough to get your certification.
I don't know if this results, but we can think quickly the question. We are going to use the same contract, but not the functions. So this will require a new public money from owner, or I don't remember the word. The word is manager. Perfect. Money from manager. This is an E128. You say some task. Who sent the task? I don't know, but task from employees could be well, you will see now. That's a good question because we can see the stroke task from employees. This has an public requested amount, it's equal and E128. Public string, maybe task to do, and put a Boolean task completed. And now you're in the task. This is an unordered map of account ID and a vector of task for employees, from employees. What is this? A money from manager. The manager should deposit an amount. A task for employees. This is an unordered map. We see the storage deposit is an unordered map. That's like a hash map, like I said, maybe one and 100.
It's like a database storage.
Exactly. But in this case, we are storing on a vector. That's a way, or maybe you don't need the account ID because we can say it pop employee ID. So this could be just a vector instead of another map. That's easier. A vector of a task from employees. What is a vector? A vector is an array, but made for the blockchain. Now, this is an error from the struct, but let's react this error. The try bound task for employees board serialized is not satisfied. If we create an struct is something like a class in another languages. We need to add the same traits. Boards, the serialize, and and boards serialize. And now the errors are gone. Why? Because like we say the first day, the thing that gets stored in the blockchain needs to be serialized with boards. Yeah, and now we are adding a vector. We need to initialize this one in the new function. Money from manager, it's a 0 at the very beginning. Task from employees, it's
New vector.
exactly a new vector, empty. Another the function from the manager. If we say we need to have some money, please write in the comment what needs to do the manager in order to add the money. What is the first function that we need to have the money in this contract? So somebody knows the answer. Which function needs to add the money here? Oh, it's showing here. Well, that's exactly the same. We need another function, deposit from manager. we know this is an mutable because needs to change the contract. Let's let's copy this one. Oh, and we need to know maybe the manager is the owner. Good. So let's store with self dot amount money from manager plus equal to deposit. What is this? We are going to add deposit to money from manager. At the beginning is 0. If the manager sends 1 year, then we are adding an year.
Why do you still have error in this function?
I'm trying to see this one too. That's weird because these don't return anything. One year signer account ID, attach deposit. Let's try to compile and see. You know, set env. I'm using. Maybe it's an no. But if you see here, this is not showing. The problem is here. Let's save it. No, the problem was not here. It's equal to signal. The function is viable. Do you have an idea?
Your project is broken. No worries, fine. You can check and upload the code later, and just let us know in your group. Okay, because we have some time.
Oh, you don't need the new image. Yes, I will check.
Okay, guys, let's finish the session for today. Tomorrow we'll need to see what you got, what you have. I'm being repetitive, but we can help you tomorrow if you have any problem. Okay, so see you tomorrow, and hope you can code well and finish your project to get your certification.
Oh, yes.
and to start being a Web3 developer.
Just 1 second.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Up FN.
Nah, that's what. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll continue this function and I'll set it to GitHub in some minutes, so everyone can make a poll and see this function later.
Okay, Mehmet, if you have problem with your calculator, when you're trying to convert near to BTC, near to Ethereum, and you need help, awesome, we can do this function together too. Okay, so goodbye, guys. See you tomorrow.